Hey, Juventini, welcome back to the AJC. I'm Alberto. It's Saturday, April 22nd. I have all this morning's news surfacing around Juventus. Sporting director, that is the top priority for Juventus today. We've got some strong rumors about who they are chasing. We're going to get into that. Then the point penalty. Obviously, we received the first set of 15 points back, but Cine and the prosecution is going to fight for more points coming back. We're going to take a look at the latest details on that. And then, of course, tomorrow, the huge match against Napoli. We're going to take a look at Max Allegri's press conference, all right? So like the video, subscribe to the channel, and now let's rock, okay? Juve's top priority, getting a sporting director in here, and apparently Giuntoli tops the list. That is the guy they are going to work their hardest on bringing into the fold. He has been with Napoli for 8 years. Many Juventini would love to see him come in and be our next sporting director. The tricky part is he is under contract until 2024 with Napoli. Nobody really knows the details if that can be broken and what they can do about it. Now, amongst the other names, he has got to be at the top of the list if we're talking about a sporting director we want to bring in here. So if they can pull this off and swing this piece of business, this would be massive for Juventus moving forward. Keep in mind, one of the other names that has popped up today through weaker sources is David Trezeguet. And to keep eyes on David Trezeguet in that particular role, I will say right now, I can't see it, and I don't think that's going to happen. I think David Trezeguet has been linked with Juventus in a different role in the management team, and I would not be surprised. He used to be an ambassador for the team many years ago, and I would not be surprised to see him back in the fold, but not as a sporting director, all right? So Giuntoli, hey, let's see if Juve can pull this one off. It would be massive. Now, point penalty. We have received our 15 points back, and some Juventini believe that was the end of it and whatnot. It is still far from over. Obviously, now it has just been sent back to the smaller courts for them to reformulate a penalty, because essentially what was deemed is that the point penalty didn't make sense and was almost too much at being 15 points. I'm still waiting for the actual rule that has been broken, all right? So what we can expect now, Cine and the prosecution to come back at Juventus with a 9-point penalty. Then you can expect Juventus to continue to fight that. They will appeal that, and then it will go beyond, and we're going to be going in essentially the same loop we have just gone over with the 15 points. It should be wiped out entirely again, because there is no rule that has been broken, all right? But I don't see this thing wrapping up in this season. However, the prosecution is going to be fighting to get the penalty into this season. But furthermore, beyond all of that, this has essentially become this little battle and this struggle for power. Why? Because of the other cases that are being brought up, the salary case and things that have stemmed from this original Plusvalenza case. So right now, Juventus and the prosecution are struggling for the precedence, okay? So it's going to be a matter of any penalty that Juventus accepts in this will be used against him as setting a precedent. So if Juventus can walk away getting absolutely nothing out of this one, it bodes well for them in everything to follow, all right? So it's going to be, like I said, far from over. So strap on those seatbelts, buckle up, and let's take it one day at a time. Tomorrow, Napoli, we're going to be live getting ready for that game here at 8:30 a.m. Eastern time. I will have a live watch along for you as well, all right? So look out for that. Max Allegri spoke ahead of the game, and he said tomorrow will be difficult for us. When isn't it difficult for us, Max? They're all difficult for us, all right? But he says we got 8 games remaining, and we have to get as many points as possible. Obviously, we need to do that, all right? Bremer was a scare leaving the sporting match midweek. However, he is absolutely fine, according to Max Allegri. But he also says Rugani and Bonucci are there and ready, and eventually one of those two is going to be able to play and have to play. De Sciglio fully available for Max Allegri, according to him. Chiesa played a full 90 against Sporting. he needs to keep tabs on him and see how he has recovered. So he's not made any decisions there. He's given us very little going into this one, and I actually expected that, especially after being hammered in the first game to Napoli. I fully expected Max to release almost next to nothing in terms of what we're going to see tomorrow, and he's done exactly that. It's a big one. I want to know how you feel about all the news. How do you feel about Giuntoli? How do you feel about this penalty thing proceeding? And how do you feel about the game tomorrow? Can't wait to mix it up with all of you live at 8:30 a.m. Eastern Time tomorrow. Drop a comment, drop your questions, thoughts, opinions, and your feelings about the game tomorrow, and we will see each other live in the AM, all right? Till then, fino alla fine, forza Juve. Ciao tutti.
Yeah.